Well, hello folks down. Welcome to the Pirate Round. I be Captain Scaltopus here, and this be the Scarlet Raven. And we're here doing an extra special episode where we're going to unbox something extra special.
We recently got a huge haul of a treasure, and it's a fine treasure.
Yar.
In fact, it's so fine, we're going to share it with somebody.
We sure are. Now, of course, before we do anything, of course, we have to pour out a bit of the Jamaican Mountain Red, poured from the cursed crystal skull that any sane pirateer would run away from in fear. However, since we're not sane, we're going to drink from it. And we say to you now, folks, we say hello to all our friends who are joining us and who we wish were here and who can't be here and who have gone on their way. And we say to you now, folks, welcome to the Pirate Round. Yar har.
Yar har.
Right. So,
Good stuff.
what have we got, Scarlet Raven?
So, as you know, Firelock Games is actually helping us out on this episode. And Firelock Games are a fine company out of Florida that makes games, fun piratey type games. They have Blood and Plunder, which is a 28mm skirmish game with nice ships, big ships. We've had them here on previous episodes.
They are quite good size.
Nice little miniatures, about so tall.
They are. Little pirates, they're French and
You
Spaniards.
do have to paint them up, but they're fine detail. And
are.
Mike and Alex of Firelock Games are two really fine, I don't want to use gentlemen, but gentlemen. And they recently did a Kickstarter a little over a year ago that for a game that kind of ties in with their Blood and Plunder called Oak and Iron.
Oak and Iron.
And Oak and Iron is a 1/600 scale ship game.
Mm-hmm.
And we've played one quickie game, and the ships you can play right out of the box. They look nice, really nice painted if you paint them.
Are.
But it's a really fun game, and thanks to Mike and Alex for sponsoring this episode. So they've given us a copy to give away. But before we get too far in, we're going to pull this over here.
Ah, there you go, folks.
Oak
and Iron.
on Iron. We just got this. So our ship came in. I plundered it. I plundered a big ship.
True.
And you can see the fine artwork. Oak and Iron, historical naval battles in the age of pirates, core box. This is a starter set. Everything you need, you can play in this. 2 people can play with this. And it has everything. Has all the ships, has all the cards, has all the markers, has a paper mat, which is a pretty fine mat to play on.
Yeah.
And measuring and dice and everything you need.
Fits right in this little box.
Right. And it's, once again, it's for 2 players. There are rules that you can play multiple player, but you probably need more ships. And we'll be unboxing those too. But this is the starter set. And once again from Firelock Games. Let me pull it on the back side here.
There you go.
You can kind of see in there. These are, you get 6 ships, lots of cards. You get captain cards. You get the ship cards. These are tarot sized cards. These are regular like playing card sizes. And then you have some scenario cards which are small, or event cards which are events that can happen in the game, and all the little chits that you need. I will hand this over to the captain so he can open this.
Now, folks,
and
we don't want you to mind that battle going on right there in the South Atlantic off the coast of Africa. There's just a little scenario there being played out here between a pirate and a man of war. So just let that run its course, and we'll see who wins.
I think that's about where Black Barty's battle was.
Well, that's true. Now, did you want me to open this?
Yes.
All right.
So this is the one we're opening, and this is the one we're going to be giving away.
Okay. There we go.
And we hope to give this away in hopefully a month. We'll do a live again. You're going to have to like, comment, and share. And here's going to be the extra deal on this. We're going to do this on our Facebook site and our YouTube site. So if you like, comment, and share on each one of those, that will get you an entry. It won't get you... So if you do just Facebook, you'll get 1 entry. If you do the YouTube channel, you'll get 2 entries. So that gives you an extra chance to win this. This is a $70 game. This is a hot commodity. There aren't a lot of these that are going to be available. There are some that's going to be retail, but that may be another month or so away. So about the time that we be giving this away, you can win your copy of this one. And there's limited copies right now. This had to come all the way over across the ocean, and because of things that are going on over in the other part of the world. Let me see that.
Who's that? Who's that we throw at?
We throw that at Captain Shinbones.
Take that, Captain Shinbones. There.
Oh, we'd be firing at the broadside.
Arr.
But, so we don't know when these might get produced again. So what is here is here in United States or North America.
North America.
Probably, there's some for South America. I think there's a few. Australia and England or Europe. England, unfortunately, has not got their copy yet. It got lost along the way.
Taken by pirates.
Taken by pirates, Chinese pirates. But this will be the copy we'll be giving away.
There you go.
Now there's a lot to this. So we have not just the starter box that we're going to do an opening on, but we have some of the expansions that we're going to open. We're not going to be giving those away. We're only going to be giving away this, the starter set. So we'll open this up, and that's beautiful, beautiful artwork. I think that's original artwork from the time period.
That's quite nice.
Now you have your rule book, and it's not a thick rule book. Let's see,
it's only 1/3 the size of the King James Bible.
It's much smaller than that. It's 29 pages, and then of course there's some ads that show the expansions, and then of course Blood and Thunder, and then there's a chart on the back. Most of the art in here is actual photographs of the game, cards, the pieces that you get for the game. Now you can use little plastic slips on these cards to protect them, and if you need to use markers on the ship cards, they actually have spots that you would write on, but they also give you clips that you can use to slide, so you don't have to put them in the plastic slip covers. You can see there's kind of a, this is the starter game that Captain and I did.
That's true.
I might say I trounced him. He was playing like a pirate and I was playing like a Spaniard. Why on earth did I do that? He kept trying to board me.
Who knows?
I was blasting him into oblivion. But anyway, all the rules, it's pretty quick and easy to learn. And then if you watch the videos that the Firelock game has done on oak and iron, it makes it that much quicker. There is if you wanted a really fine mat to play on, this game mat. Now it says that it's expired, but they're actually honoring this because this got produced a long time ago and they had some run-ins with some problems with manufacturing. So this will get you a 20% off on a mat, which we actually have some of the mats from this company, and they are beautiful. Now I'm not going to do a Captain Shinbones here and pop out all this stuff because that just takes too much time. These are all your little pieces that you'll be playing with. You have what you call your fortune points. Everybody gets 3 fortune points at the start of every game. You can use those to re-roll dice, skill checks, attacks, things like that. You have your full sail marker, you have your anchor marker, you have your crippled marker, your shaken marker, and you've got your captured markers, whoever's captured it. You've got your turns and movement. So if you only want to move 1, you use that one. 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the max. And then of course each one ties in with the how much turn you can do. You have your measuring stick for what you need to hit the other person. So if you're at full length, or from here to here, you have to hit somebody with either cannon or skulls. If you're within here and here, or here and here actually, range, you can hit with skulls, cannons, or muskets. And then if you're within pistol shot, skulls, cannons, pistols, and muskets. And then if you do the yard arm distance, you can actually board, and then it comes to cutlasses. These are your fire markers, which represent that your ship has fired.
Just like those ships are firing.
Just like those ships are firing. We actually have made some, which maybe we'll give a couple away to the person that wins. You have your wind marker, nice. And you have your wake markers, which you put behind your ship after you move it. On the other side, because they are double, you've lowered your sails, or raised your sails to a higher You've got other tokens here, which we didn't use last time. So most of them are dual-sided. Markers, if you wanted to designate if you had the same ship. So let's say you're playing with multiple ships and you had 3 galleons. You could put 6, 5, and 4. And those would be your galleon markers.
So there you go.
You have shoal pieces. Your shoals, and these are all thick cardboard that you just pop out. You have your shoals, which you can run into and will hinder you and make you run aground. Oh, that's what those are. That's run aground or entangled markers. And then you also have, well, these are reefs. Those are reefs there. These are the shoals. So they're double-sided. And then you've got, you don't want to run into these, because if you do that, you can take damage to your ship, or you'll be run aground, and then you ain't moving very far.
No, you're not.
Oh, this one wants to pop out.
It's a nice cardboard.
This is a fog bank on one side, so you've
Oh, I
got
didn't know
fog, so
that.
you can go into that, yes.
Oh,
And
that's
then
quite
on the
nice.
other side, you've got a nice big island.
Oh, look at that. I didn't know that.
Yes,
Just like Skull Island itself was always surrounded by fog.
that's right. You've got more islands and
More fog banks.
more fog banks.
Are pretty cool.
You have nice little sticker pirate flags that you can put on your ships. And you've got your pirate, you've got your pirate red flag, you've got your English, your Spanish, your Dutch.
Oh, that's very nice.
So, and I think you get six of these. Yes, one for each ship. So we're all trying to figure out a way so we can use, we don't have to keep them on each one on our ship designated as a pirate ship, and that's always a pirate ship.
That was probably a way.
You have 5 factions in this. You have, of course, pirates. You have the English. You have the French. You have the Spanish, and you have the Dutch. And each one has their strengths and weaknesses. This is the map. Now, this isn't the size of the map. It's a 3x3.
So it's out here then.
So it's a 3 foot by 3 foot map.
Yeah.
Single-sided, but it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
So you've got everything you need to play right there.
Yeah.
That over here.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And it's
Okay.
a good, it's fairly good detail there, printed out.
You've got lots of different cards.
There.
I think I need the knife. Let's see. I'll be grunting a lot, like, I don't know. You have Admiral cards in some of these too. Now, these are all different kinds of cards. You have Admiral cards, like you have René Dubois Truin, which, probably butchering that name. Jean to Comtesse Estes, Jean Bart, Jean Benbow, Henry Morgan.
Ah,
Now you notice,
a fine Welshman.
most of these cards only have the pirate captain's hat, kind of like the captain here. But some of them, like Henry Morgan, you actually have Henry Morgan. And it tells you what they can do. These are your admirals that you don't have to play with, but you can play with too. You have George Monk. You have Michael de Ritter, Dutch.
Yeah, he'd be Dutch.
Abraham Krehansen. Cornelius Everston, the youngest. These are Dutch. You have Manuel Rivera de Pardol, he's Spanish. Francisco Garcia Ferreira de la Curda. I know I butchered names.
That's all right.
Andres Ochoa de Zarot. Henry Jennings, there's a pirate.
Oh, there you go.
John Hamlin, pirate. Edward Blackbeard Teach.
So there's all sorts of sea dogs and admirals and captains and pirate captains here that have different special characteristics. For
As you notice, Blackbeard's got his. So we'll drop that down here real quick.
Yar.
You have Bartholomew Black Bart, untested, experienced, seasoned, and then you've got your. Let's see, what are these? I think these are. Oh yes, these are your initiative cards. Each initiative, you place one, and it will tell you who goes first. The highest number, the bigger number,
Quite true.
goes first. The lower number goes last. So you're constantly dealing to what you want, and then you also have actions on these.
Yar.
For example, let's see. Actually, I think these are upgrade cards. Nope, these are the ones. Yes. heavy musket volley, repel mortars, resistant, aggression, bravado, await no orders, deception, raise the black, down, fire she bears. Yes, these are your initiative cards. Let's see, careful aim. When testing for critical damage, ships in the squadron may re-roll any dice that fails to score a skull, saber, or a mast. So you get a double chance. Take courage, effective fire, reload, rolling broadsides, adjust position, fleet maneuvers, you gain wood, shows ahead. So those are your initiative cards there. These are your faction cards, so your Dutch, your English. So each faction has a positive thing here, like pirates. Rogues, this squadron cannot include ships of the line.
There you go.
Multi-international.
Nor should it ever.
This squadron may choose initiative cards from the pirate faction and one other faction. Shallow draft, roll one fewer dice to a minimum of 1 when testing to run aground, and manpower to reduce the cost of the additional crew upgrade by half, rounded down. So if you wanted to update additional crew on your ship and maybe it cost you 6 points, it's going to cost you 3.
There you go.
So each one is different. Fog, local pirate, things like that. Those are setup cards there. You kind of mix them up a little bit. Just toss those back in there. Toss those back in here. You have teeny tiny event cards. This one's there. This one will be easier to open. I'm going to throw this at Captain Shinbones. Fire the broadsides! Fire, she bears! I think the captain's tired here.
Kilroy was here.
Who's Kilroy?
If you've seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about.
I think that also refers to a Styx song.
Yeah.
Sailing the River Styx.
Okay.
So these are event cards. So whenever you tie in your initiative, you pull one of these, and it could be good or bad. Wind can change. Wind can go faster, worse, lower, slower. Rough seas gets rougher, reduced visibility.
Oh, so there'd be conditions there.
Conditions, and you only pull
reduced
those.
visibility around the fog bank, rough seas, changeable winds, that sort of thing. All the sorts of things that you would encounter were you actually sailing at the time.
Right. These are your setup cards.
Oh, here we go.
This or upgrades that you can buy for your ships. We'll be firing another broadside here. Fire! Reload! Reload their crew! Captain Shinbones. This could be a crew shot.
Yar. There you go.
Advanced intelligence, superior position, events. These are your setup cards here. It
That's
tells
true.
you. So you'll have like, this is how you set up on the board. Engage the enemy, escort. Oh, these are your escort, your kind of missions. So you pull these, maybe it's engage the enemy. Both squadrons meet in open battle, no additional conditions. Escort. Half of the defender's ships round down are given objective tokens and must be escorted safely. Each escorted ship that is captured by the attacker earns the defender an additional strike point. Strike points are bad because when you get 2 strike points, you lose the game.
Yeah,
lose the
that's
fight.
true. Yeah, you get
At the end of turn 10, each ship with an objective token that is not captured and out of action earns the attacker 1 strike point. Spy. Oh, this one's a fun one. You put a bunch of different markers out there and you got to go out there and capture all of them. Raid, cut off, blockade, show coast, offshore, open seas, isolated islands. These are set up. Add 0 to 2 islands or rock terrain places in the terrain pool. Upgrade card, bold captain, bold. After making an attack or skill check, you must re-roll up to 3 dice. If any of the re-rolled dice fail to score a hit during the attack or the skill test is failed, the ship takes 1 point of fatigue. So you have all sorts of fun ones. Brilliant captain, inspiring captain, corsairs, which only the Spanish. I heard that thing turn off, but it doesn't matter because we're not using it.
no, the other night, didn't we have Untested Admiral?
We had Untested Admiral. That was our Admiral cards that we had.
Okay, that's
which
right.
You don't get a whole lot from that.
Sure.
Now these, like I said, these are upgrade cards, and like this one, only the Spanish or the pirates can have it. Corsairs, you have buccaneers, which are English, French, or pirates. Capers, which are Dutch and pirates. Boarding parties, swashbucklers, expert sailmaster. So these will improve how your ship does in the game. Now, we didn't play any of these in the beginner. The example mission, the starter mission, they suggest you don't really play with any of those. So once we get to playing, we'll be playing those. You get the markers. Let's just throw this in here. And these are each one of the ships. There are 6 ships that come with this game. Your 6 ships with this, the starter game. You have the sloop, which is a little ship. You have the petite frigate. Now this is a bigger ship. And on the back of each card, it'll tell you the upgrades, how much the upgrade costs for you. You have your fatigue, which anytime you get hit, you take fatigue.
Yeah.
If your fatigue gets too low, then your crew's not going to act. You have your damage. You've got your fatigue rating here. You've got how many cannons you get to fire on the dice. Your crew settings, your speed if you're in the wind's eye or against the wind, and then the kind of ship you have, your upgrade markers that you have, how much the ship costs. You have a light galleon. You have a flute, corvettes, and brigantine. So those are the ships. Now, we're going to get into the little fine ships that come with this game. They're kind of small, but they're really fine size. Captain, why don't you open this up, tear off that wadding, and fire a broadside at Captain Shinbones.
Well, that's what we'll do.
We'll just set that there for now. So these come in pieces, so you can take them apart and put them together. So this is I believe this one is the I think this is the Corvette. Yes, this is the Corvette. So you can see the fine little ship there. So we'll put it out there about the size of those. They come in brown and white, so you can play it automatically, or you can paint these up. The detail on these is quite fine. We'll be posting some photos on these down below when we do these.
There you go.
Okay, fire broadside there is Captain Shinbones. The bases are clear, as you can see. There's a front.
We're under attack.
And there you go.
That's quite nice. Now, which one is this?
That is the Corvette.
The Corvette. Aye, that's two-masted boat. The big swing sail in the back, the little foresail, and the mast there with 2 sails. So yeah, it'd be quite a nice ship. Very fast, very maneuverable.
Need it here. I'm missing a ship.
I don't think you'd be missing
No,
a ship.
I'm not missing a ship. There it is. This is the sloop. Now the sloop is a little bit tricky because we actually had to glue ours.
That's why it's called a gloop.
Gloop. A gloopy sloop. I'm not even going to attempt putting the little front sail on. Well, put this one on.
Well, you don't have to put them all together.
There's a sloop. There's
There
another
you go.
sail that's in here
Yeah.
that I dropped somewhere, but it's here. But that one you actually probably need to glue.
So I think everyone gets the idea about what kind of ships come with it.
The galleons are fine. You get
Great detail,
little
folks.
markers.
Excellent detail.
You've got 6 dice, which have the skull, the muskets, the cannons, the cutlasses, and the pistols. And this is what you roll to do your attacks or to do your skill checks. So that's the starter set. We'll do a quickie here of some of the others.
Just put this back together here. There, now there's the ship. Don't want to break it.
Right, just throw those in there, Captain.
Put those in like that. There you go.
We'll box this on up
Oh,
here.
here you go. Oh, look out. We don't want to forget our decals.
Now throw the lid back on.
Lid. Alright. Oak and Iron
Now,
from Firelock Games, folks.
what you can also
Four
get
box.
with this game is, as I be dropping things.
There, now I'm going to trade you these.
Okay. Now, we're not going to open these, but these are, well, actually, yes, let's do some opening on these. This is the
Ship of the line.
This is the Men of War. Now, there are other boxes here. You have the Ship of the Line, you have the Men of War, you have the Merchantmen. Now, basically, the Merchantmen and the Gentlemen of Fortune, these two boxes are the same 6 ships that come in the starter set. So it gives you more ships. So that way you can have more galleons, and it comes with everything you need. Additionally, like your ship cards, more little markers,
True.
little clippies to measure. We're not going to open these because, of course. And then this is a very special one. This is Blackbeard's Revenge. This is a very special. Wasn't quite available. You can buy this, and this has Queen Anne's Revenge, which, as you know, is
La Concorde.
La Concorde, which was Edward Thatch,
Yep.
Blackbeard's ship,
Yep.
and then it also has the Sloop Revenge, which is Stede Bonnet's, the
ship.
gentleman
Yep.
pirate's ship,
Yep.
which, of course, Blackbeard was using when he caught the La Concorde,
That's true.
and used for quite a while. This has a few extra cards. You can only play the one Queen Anne's Revenge and one Revenge at any time. So 2 people couldn't be playing the same ship, and you couldn't have 4 of these if you had 4 of these ships. This basically comes with everything you need. Once again, the Revenge, the Queen Anne's Revenge, the ship cards that you would need to play them. There's an upgrade card which has Stede Bonnet, which you can have in your crew, which gives you a few extra things. All the markers you need. It does not come with the flags. The flags only come in the starter set. And then this is an additional thing that you can get. This is a 3rd rate, which you can buy. This is probably the most common ship of that time that would have been sailing. And as you can see, the size of that 3rd rate ship there. It's a pretty good size. Has everything you need, once again, to play this ship.
Alright, so open that one. Let's take a look at
Ship
it.
of the Line. This has a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd rate ships. Now these are the biggest ships that ever sailed in that time frame. Now this game takes place in the 1650 to 1750, which is, you know, our time frame.
Sure.
So you have your little chits.
You've got your
again.
chits and cards here, and you've got a card.
You've got 3 cards,
Yeah.
which tells you about the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. So a 1st rate ship, just a straight 1st rate ship, is 58 points to buy that ship. And then if you wanted additional upgrades, those are the little clips that you put here to mark. That's
Okay.
what they give you.
That's great then. All
You've
right.
got your bases. And let's see here. Let's measure the sizes here. This here is a, I'll give you a comparison here. A 1st rate ship of the line and how big she be. So we'll just kind of snap her together here real quickly. We've been really excited for this game, and once again, thank you to Mike and Alex from Firelock Games for sponsoring this episode and giving us a copy to give away to our followers. Like, share, and comment on this video and the YouTube. That gives you extra chances to win.
That's true.
So this is a
Now look at that, folks. How big
first-rate
it is.
ship of the line. She is a beast.
That's so huge there.
And the detail on these is really fine. The little cannons on there, the
Compared to my hand, you can see how big it is. It's quite big.
it's actually, this ship is actually bigger than the base. The distance from here to here is almost 4 inches, and then it's almost 4 inches, I believe, from here to here too. I measured the other day, just to
The
try
detail
and
is quite
find-
amazing. It's quite amazing detail. Very nice. And they paint up quite nicely. You can see them online where people have painted them already and how fine they look.
Some people have even gotten detail in putting in rigs,
Rigging,
and some have even found little plastic
flags.
men to put on.
That's true. Lots of good things here.
Right. So you have a, I believe this is the let's see, measuring size here. What do we got here? Ah, this is the second rate, and this here is the third rate.
There you go.
These are expansions. You can see the size there. Prop it up there against the pistol.
There we go.
This is a massively fine big ship.
It is.
And then, go ahead and open this one up here.
All right. Tell you, there's more than one way to skin a cat around here.
Or do you want to skin a cat?
You can start here to make yourself some cat skin slippers.
Okay. Let's be peeling that off there. Preparing this for fire. Prepare for fire.
We're under attack.
Take that bunny butterscotch.
There you go.
We'll be declaring war on you too.
That's right.
So this is the men of war. This is the 4th, 5th, and 6th rate ships. This one open once again, just like the other box. Has everything you need. It's got 3 ship cards, 1 for each ship. It's got your tokens, front and back. It's got your clips. It's got the bases. And then it's got 3 nice, fine ships.
Ship clips.
So just to kind of give you a size comparison, this is a 4th rate.
What does it be a 4th rate there?
So 4th rate,
1st rate, 2nd rate, 3rd rate, 4th rate.
5th and 6th. This one's a
5th
6th
and
rate.
6th. Oh, okay.
Right. So rate ships were the sizing of the ships
That's true.
during that time, and into the Napoleonics even. They used that same rating.
Now, a famous 1st-rate ship of the line there, would that be Nelson's Victory ship?
Yes, I believe that...
If we're wrong, please correct. However, the only example I
checking.
can think of right now is that what it would be with 3 gun decks, or 4 if you count the open deck, but 3 gun deck, gun doors deck, 3 gun deck doors,
Right.
3 decks of
3
guns
decks of guns.
with doors on them, with hatches, and then probably an open gun deck on top. And then what, 3 masts or 4 masts? Probably 3.
3 masts.
There you go, 3 big masts. That's true.
Usually I believe 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there were any ships that had 4. That's more of a modern...
That's more of a modern
Right.
one.
Now this is, I believe I said, a 6th rate. So you can see the size.
Now the size difference is quite amazing now.
Yeah, go ahead and grab that one.
Try to get against.
Whoops. You lost me mast.
Oh, a wind gust came up.
And you can kind of turn these masts. They don't fit any particular way, so you can turn them to give them a little action. So you can see the size there between a 1st rate and a 6th rate.
I moved my fingers. There you go.
Move my fingers too. So you can see
Quite
the
amazing.
size difference there.
Quite amazing. Big difference.
And these are 1/600 scale ships.
Yar.
And unlike some other games that we won't mention that are about Age of Sails that recently came out, which are fine detail, the scales are off on those.
Well, I'll mention them. So we don't like to play Buckle and Boot. Buckle and Boot is one of those games that just is not fun to play because you've got to play it outside in the winter. And then we don't like to play Hat and Feather. Hat and Feather has too much role playing in it and not enough ship to ship action.
Cutlasses and cowards.
Cutlasses and Cowards is quite fun when you're playing with your neighbors when you've had too much rum.
Now you can actually buy expansion dice, and there's expansion measuring devices that you can have, which
Yeah.
are really beautiful.
Yeah, some are quite
I
nice.
don't have them here right now,
But they look nice.
but they are really nice. You do have to paint them up yourself and then strip off the etching tape.
Yeah.
But they're really fine. They replace the cardboard ones. But anyway, we have the Men of War, the Ship of the Line, and then of course, I don't know where, oh, here it is. I lose my mind. We have the
Starter set.
starter set. Probably have that wrong way. No, that's the right way. So there you go. And we'll be giving away a copy of this Oak and Iron. Once again, like, share, and comment.
And comment.
And you have to do it in Pirate. You can't just say hey, give me the game,
Yar.
or hey, I want the game, or whatever. You got to do it in pirate talk.
I'll be storming your free board there.
Right, you got to say something. You can't just say yar har or whatever. You gotta say something intelligent and pirate.
More intelligent, and you have to say something that's piratical.
Piratical.
So there you go, folks. Oak and Iron from Firelock Games. A great starter set here with a little expansion pack. Great artwork. Great ship-to-ship action. Very detailed and fun for the entire family.
I want to say Firelock Games, fantastic support, because one of our ships, one of the masts was miscast, and I immediately reached out to them and they put one in the mail right away.
They're very good.
That's the kind of customer service they have. They're
That's
outstanding.
true.
In
Outstanding,
fact,
folks.
to even tell you a little bit more about the customer service, when the European boxes did not make it onto the ship to come across, they have actually, out of their own pocket, air freighting the copies, so that way the European people can get theirs in a timely fashion instead of having to waiting a whole another month or more, if it would even come across, because of things that are going on in the world.
Yard.
So, anyway, we'll set this aside. Oak and Iron by Firelock Games.
Firelock Games, folks. Quality people.
Thank you once again, Mike and Alex. We can't thank them enough, because they're some really great guys. They're both fans of the Pirate Round, and we greatly appreciate everything that they have done and everything they do for the community. And they're great guys and fun guys, and hopefully someday we actually get to meet them if they ever come to higher altitudes.
So, folks, we're going to end this series now, and end this show. Excuse me, not the series. We're going to end the show with a toast to our friends. And these are all the friends who have stuck with us over this episode and stuck with us over time. This is now our 178th episode
But not
of Pirate
really.
Round.
I believe this will actually be episode 60.
It's the big 6-0.
The big 60. Before we make the toast, the second International Pirate Rendezvous in Zolpec, Germany, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. The 2022 is going to actually be in the United States. Don't have any information on that yet, but hopefully we'll be getting that soon.
Yep.
Once again,
thank you, folks, for joining us today. And we'd like to say thanks to all our friends who can't be here, but who are here in spirit. And we'd like to say to you, folks, don't live in fear. Don't let anyone grind you down under their boot heel. Use your noodle here that you've been given and think clearly. And stick with your piratical friends and stick with your family. And we say to you now, don't be afraid and don't let anyone make you afraid. We say smooth sailing and yar
don't forget to stand up for yourself and always be a pirate.
Always be a pirate.
Yar har and smooth sailing.
Very good.